I remember reading this article ages ago in one of my all-time favorite magazines, Kinfolk, and it was this article written about how the things that you keep on your bedside table really says a lot about you as a person. For some reason, I thought that was really interesting and it stuck with me throughout the years. If you want to see what kind of state the person is in, all you have to do is just take a quick glance at their bedside table. And so that just got me thinking about my bedside table. Sometimes I go through phases where it's just littered with food, coffee cups, water bottles, things like that. Other times it's just filled with my journals and diaries when I'm going through a very emotional period, or it will just be filled with all of the books that I'm trying to get through, but most of the time I probably only read like one and then I never get to the rest. So that got me onto the topic of how some people start their mornings and just some tips and tricks on how you can improve your morning and just make it a little bit brighter. I'm just gonna get comfy here. I'm gonna grab my fluffy green pillow that I got recently from Indigo. It's amazing. I'm so in love with it. I haven't had a pillow like this soft. Okay, anyways, hydration is key. I'm speaking from the experience of someone that is consistently dehydrated. And I don't even realize up until I get really bad headaches, and then I'm like, oh wait, I didn't have water for a good couple of hours and I've only been drinking coffee. This is so bad. You guys know that I'm basically like a caffeine addict, but in the morning I always make it a point to have a glass of water before I do anything else, even before I make my cup of coffee. When you have your first glass of water in the morning, you kind of just wake your body up. You're rehydrating after not drinking anything for 8 hours or 6 hours, however long you slept for. Something that I've introduced to my routine. Instead of having coffee on days where I don't really need that insane amount of energy, I opt for tea instead. So I've been super obsessed with these floral teas that I got from the Chi. I think they're amazing. They smell so good. They set the tone for the rest of my morning, and it's been such a treat to kind of relax and just have a cup of tea while I'm reading my book. It's definitely one of the simple things that I look forward to in the morning, especially during these times. I feel like I've just been really delving into these little things that really just make up my day. So if you feel like coffee doesn't really sit right with you, if you feel like it kickstarts your anxiety, try out, some form of tea possibly. These teas in particular don't have any caffeine. It's 100% organic, all natural. So I'll have a link down below if you guys are interested. One thing that I've learned recently is that the tone for the night before sets the tone for the next morning. Before, I would always be on my phone, on Reddit, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, you name it, every single social media platform before I go to bed, because in a way it was for me to wrap up everything that I've done for the day. But in reality, I was just kind of preparing myself for a really bad morning, because the next day when I would wake up, because I spent so much time on my phone, I would wake up in a really terrible mood and attitude. So these past couple of months, I've been doing this thing where I'll read a book before I go to sleep, and it's been such a consistent part in my routine that I'm actually enjoying it. In the beginning, it was really hard to kind of get used to it, but now I love the fact that I've set aside time to read and really relax before I go to sleep, and I've noticed that it's definitely improved the way I wake up in the morning. If you haven't tried it out yet, try it. It doesn't even have to be reading. It can just be any sort of activity that doesn't require you to look at your screen, your phone or laptop. I'm telling you, it will work wonders. All right, but still also get the 6 to 8 hours of sleep that you need. Another thing is to kickstart your productivity by putting one simple task on your to-do list so you can check it off really quick. Just any super easy task that can kind of get you in that mentality to start getting work done and to really set the pace for the rest of your day. A big one for me is always just making my bed, because it's definitely been a very routine and consistent thing that I do. So it's been really helping me just get in that synergy and kind of trick my brain into thinking oh yes, I've already accomplished one thing. Now it's time for me to accomplish a million more things. So if you guys haven't noticed already, I have this sun lamp in the back, and it's been chilling here for the past couple of minutes since you guys have been watching this video. But I've picked this up recently and I've been trying it out for the past couple of days because I've seen a couple people talk about it, so I wanted to see what the hype was all about. It's this light that's supposed to mimic the soft glow of natural sunlight kind of streaming into your room, and it's supposed to be a less abrasive way to wake you up in the morning. So instead of having an alarm set, the natural sunlight will wake you up and it won't interrupt your sleep cycle as abruptly as your phone alarm will. This light right here, I have it set so that once it's around like 8:30, the light will slowly start to get brighter and brighter and brighter. I just have it on right now for the video to show you guys, but there's a bunch of different modes and everything. If you happen to be the kind of sleeper that moves around a lot in the night, it might not be the best just because you might end up facing the other way and you'll miss the light entirely, because I don't think it's bright enough to fill your entire room, especially if it's really, really dark and you have like all of your windows closed and everything. So that's definitely like one flaw that I can see with this, but overall I really like it, especially with the days just getting a lot shorter and the sun going down a lot sooner. I feel like it's just been a really nice way to perk up my days, and I feel like I'm the kind of person that gets seasonal depression, so this has definitely been helping out a lot. Feel free to check it out. I'll also have it linked down below. That's everything that I have to offer in terms of how you can make your mornings a little bit more bearable and how you can start it off on the right foot, because I know with the weather just getting a lot colder and everything, it's been really difficult to wake up and feel productive and just get in that mindset. I know that personally I've been struggling with it a lot, so I've really just been trying to incorporate all of these tips and making the best out of the situation and weather and everything. Let me know if you guys have any other suggestions or tips or just any new things that you've been trying out to make your mornings a little bit more bearable. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.